Before you go any further, I urge you, watch this video until the very end. Do not skip, do not turn away. Every word you are about to hear is a piece of a divine warning, a call to courage, and a strategy for surviving and overcoming the darkest days unfolding right now on this earth. Your heart, your future, and your eternity may depend on what you decide after hearing this message to the end. Chapter 1, The Unmistakable Signs of the End. I speak as a warrior of the Lord, a messenger sent into the storm of your generation. Look around you. The world trembles. Nations rage. Truth is mocked. Innocence is traded for pleasure. Violence floods your screens. Darkness is no longer hiding, it is celebrated in the open. These are not random days. These are the end of days. The signals are unmistakable, hearts growing cold, families divided, wars and rumors of war, deception clothed as wisdom, bitterness dressed as justice. The spiritual atmosphere is thick with rebellion and despair. Humanity rushes forward, blind and proud, as if there will be no account, no judgment, no final reckoning. You feel it. You see it. Deep in your soul, you know this is not just how life is. You sense a shaking, a countdown, a line being drawn in the unseen world. These are the long prophesied darkest days that must come before the dawn, before the eternal kingdom of the Lord Almighty descends in glory upon the earth. Do not be deceived, history is not drifting without purpose. It is racing toward a final and decisive confrontation between the God of glory and the rebel prince of darkness. And you, listener, are not a spectator. You stand on the very battlefield where this war is being fought. Chapter 2, The Rising Storm, the war behind all wars. Understand this, every lie you hear, every temptation you face, every attack on truth, purity, and faith is part of a larger campaign. The devil and the henchmen of evil are not myths, not stories to frighten children. They are organized, relentless, and furious because their time is short. They attack minds with confusion, hearts with fear, families with division, and societies with corruption. They move through entertainment, through ideology, through pride and greed and lust, whispering, "There is no God, there is no judgment, there is only now." But there is another army in this hour. The followers of good, the sons and daughters of the living God, rise up in every nation, every language, every generation. They are not perfect, but they are chosen. They bleed, but they do not bow to darkness. They stumble, but they rise again because the Spirit of the Lord strengthens them. This is the war behind all wars, God and those who stand with divine goodness against the devil and those who have surrendered to evil. The world calls it politics, culture, entertainment, personal choice. Heaven calls it spiritual warfare, life or death, light or darkness, God or destruction. You are already in this war. The only question is, on which side will you stand? Chapter 3, The Call to Rise, No More Neutral Ground. Hear this with all your being, in the end of days, neutrality is an illusion. Silence is a decision. Indifference is surrender. You cannot serve light and darkness. You cannot cling to sin and claim to love holiness. You cannot worship self and worship God at the same time. The final battle demands clarity. You will either fight for the kingdom of the Lord or be swept into the schemes of the evil one. Yet this is not a call to despair, it is a call to destiny. You were created for this hour. You were not born by accident into the age of chaos. The Lord Almighty knew you before you took your first breath. You were crafted with gifts, with a purpose, with a voice the darkness fears when it is aligned with God. Rise in repentance. Rise in humility. Rise in obedience. Lay down what keeps you chained. Confess what keeps you distant from the Lord. Reject the poison that the world calls freedom but heaven calls bondage. The greatest warriors are not those who never fell, they are those who, once awakened, refuse to remain on the ground. Stand up, child of God. Stand up, seeker of truth. The King is summoning you to the front lines. Chapter 4, Strength for the Darkest Days. I do not deny it, darker days are coming. The long prophesied shaking will intensify. Systems will fail. Idols will crumble. What is fake will be exposed. The devil will roar, trying to terrify those who stand with God. But hear this eternal truth: the Lord never sends a child into battle without armor, strength, and a promise. Your strength will not come from your bank account, your followers, your status, or your own wisdom. Your strength will come from the living God dwelling within you. When you feel fear, call on the name of the Lord. When you feel alone, remember that heaven's armies stand behind those who bow their hearts to God. Clothe your mind with truth each day. Guard your eyes and ears from the poison of deception. Feed your spirit with the words of God, with prayer, with worship, with fellowship among those who hunger for righteousness. In these disciplines, you are not being religious, you are sharpening your sword. The darkest night will reveal the brightest lights. In the final shaking, those who trust in the Lord will shine like beacons, guiding many away from despair and into hope. Do not pray merely for an easier path, pray for a stronger heart. The Lord Almighty delights to answer that kind of prayer. Chapter 5, The Coming Kingdom, Why This Battle Must Happen. You may ask, why must this final, brutal, and decisive battle take place? Why so much pain, so much conflict, so much shaking? Because a corrupted world cannot inherit an incorruptible kingdom. Because lies must be driven out before truth reigns without challenge. Because the pride of humanity must be confronted before the humble reign of God fills the earth. The kingdom of the Lord Almighty is not a distant fantasy. It is the final reality, the eternal government of perfect justice, perfect love, perfect peace. It is coming to the earth, not as a suggestion, but as a decree. Every throne will bow. Every tongue will confess. Every evil system will collapse. Every tear of those who belong to God will be wiped away. For that kingdom to arrive in fullness, the armies of darkness must be confronted and defeated. This is the long story of creation coming to its climax. This is the moment when what was promised becomes visible. The battle you see and feel is the birth pain of a new world. Do not cling to a world that is passing away. Do not build your identity on what cannot survive the fire. Anchor your life to the eternal King and your future will be as unshakable as the throne of God. Chapter 6, Choose Your Side, Seal Your Destiny. Now the message reaches your heart. What will you do? You have heard that the end of days is not a distant theory but a present reality. You have seen the signs. You have felt the stirring in your spirit. You cannot return to ignorance. You cannot pretend you were never warned. If you choose the path of darkness, of self-worship, of rebellion, you are not just drifting, you are aligning with the losing side of a war that has already been decided in heaven. The devil's rage is great, but his defeat is certain. If you choose the path of God, of repentance, of faith, of obedience, you are not choosing an easy life, but you are choosing a victorious one. You are choosing to stand with the Lord Almighty, whose power no force of evil can overcome. Speak it with your own mouth. Decide it with your own will. Say, even now in your heart, I stand with God. I reject the darkness. I choose the kingdom that is coming. Heaven hears. Hell trembles. Your destiny begins to shift. You were not created to be a slave in the devil's empire. You were created to be a warrior, a servant, a friend of the living God in an unshakable kingdom. If this message has stirred your spirit, do not let it fade. Subscribe to this channel so you do not miss the next call to rise. Activate notifications so you are alerted each time a new word of strength and warning is released. Give a like to this video if it awakens something inside you. Comment below and share what spoke to your heart, what battles you are facing, and what side you have chosen. And share this video with everyone you care about, because the end of days is unfolding right now, and every soul deserves the chance to hear the truth and stand with God before it is too late.